Hey guys, Donut here. Let's go ahead and check out my order from HMP.STORE. This is one that I've seen on a few lists that I've just been wanting to try because it just looks nice online. They have a beautiful website and I just wanted to see if their flower matches up. I ordered a wide variety of things for my first order here. The main thing that secured this order was finding tests for every strain and including testing for mold, which is a concern of mine after an order from THCa Small Buds was refunded to me because of mold. I made this first order on November 19th, 2025 and received it 3 days later on November 22nd, 2025. I used their priority shipping option to pay for the transit of my package between their location in Puebla, Colorado to my location here in the DFW Metroplex. All of our products are in a thick vacuum sealed bag, which I believe has a large dehydrator packet or humidity packet of some kind at the very top. It's the first time that I've seen something like this in the vacuum sealing itself. I usually see it for just the inside of the product only, but this is for the entire order itself. It could be helpful for the smaller things like the concentrates and the hash. The first thing that I see right off the bat is the packaging is really nice. It's very reminiscent of the NOC official packaging from my previous video that I made. It's these nice plastic child-proof containers with tamper-proof seals and an internal seal that we don't see until we take off the lid itself. And they also include a large two-way humidity packet in all of the flower. That's something that you'll see again in the second order that I made here. We have the Skywalker OG Live Rosin sealed in this white Mylar bag. HemP.STORE uses these little glass containers with these plastic child-proof tops for all of their concentrates. Opening it up, we have this lovely texture for this Live Rosin. It has the right consistency and the right look for me with no discoloration. I bought these concentrates to test a new supply for vaping. Here in Texas, laws have changed surrounding the sale of THC vapes, leading to a complete prohibition. With the Skywalker OG, the experience that my wife and I had was an immediate head high and a strong buzz. We only needed 3 or 4 hits each from our new vape before deciding we're good to go for our dinner/date night. It has a mild terpene flavor on the inhale, and it might make you cough on the exhale if you're not careful. It was an immediate mood enhancer, making her laugh the entire time she was coughing. This is great for higher tolerance users who want to have that strong and uplifting experience. Kept secret has a slower come up for me than Skywalker OG. The fun thing for me is that each puff increases the high. Other concentrates in the past have left me wanting more after a session, but this leaves me feeling great and satisfied. Watching a YouTube video with my wife, I felt like I got zoned in easily onto the small details, and it made me laugh. I could feel that my eyelids were getting heavier, and I was able to enjoy taking a shower and winding down for the evening. The come down adds a sleepy vibe to the experience, so I think this would be great for those evenings after work. I would say these concentrates are in the top 5 that I've had this year. For the quality and the price, it's hard to beat. These gummies were a hit for my wife. I had a few for myself to relax and enjoy my evenings. The high itself was long lasting and consistent. I didn't have to smoke so much the nights that I ate one. I just got to enjoy the ride. My wife took 2 before going in to see a movie, and they were pretty stoned for most of it. Her review of Wicked 2 was, "I enjoyed the colors on the screen." For $1.75 each, I'm not sure who can beat them with the strength and quantity. These are not going to instantly lock you in and dampen your night. A single gummy gave me a nice, pleasant experience for winding down and enjoying my evening. One thing I would like to know from the HemP.STORE is just the calorie count for each gummy. That's just something that's important for me as an individual who's gone through a weight loss journey. My main hope for this order was finding a supply for Moroccan style hash. I had a great experience with the supply from Hemp Hut 508, but they have lost their supplier due to a change in federal law. Its texture is on the dry side, but it helps with being able to tear pieces off. I usually add small nuggets to my bowls to make them more intense, but my favorite is rolling a small snake and putting it into my joint. When I took out the entire ball of hash, It measured a little bit over 2 grams, so it's just an incredible value. It gives the full entourage effect to whatever method you decide to consume it in. I found it easier to consume it in joints versus bowls, mostly due to the timing of consumption. Joints will keep burning if you keep inhaling, but bowls can cool down a little faster, making it harder to combust the hash. I love the hash so much that when I saw the Cyber Monday deal included a free 2 grams of hash, I had to get some more. Blue coffee was a fun experience. Smoking it, I could feel the metaphorical dial slowly rising as the high intensified. It was an intense indica experience that we both really enjoyed. It's probably some of the strongest flower of the 3 types that we'll be reviewing today. It was also the one that we consumed the fastest. That's why I made my second order so quickly after my initial order. It has the taste of grass and hemp on the inhale and a nice heavy blanket feeling to follow on the exhale. This nailed the head on what the THCA experience should be about. Nice full buds, grown beautifully, tested and taken care of with proper packaging until it reaches your door. My second order was made for Cyber Monday deals. This deal was ongoing for almost 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. That order was made on December 5th, 2025, and I received my package 4 days later on December 9th, 2025. HMP.STORE as a vendor mainly uses deals as a way to drive sales. They don't use a lot of coupon codes, so I'd recommend signing up for their email list to see when their latest/best deal is active. For Cyber Monday, they had a sale for almost 2 weeks at 30% off and a 5-pack of pre-rolls plus 2 grams of hash for free with your order. For $20 less compared to my previous order, I got more than 4 times as much hemp flower. This order resupplied me after I finished up the last of my local dispensary flower. First up, the pre-rolls come in a variety of strains. Each one is labeled with its strain name and experience type. The plastic tube is an okay weight to store pre-rolls, but we got these for free. Once you figure out how to pop these open, it's pretty easy to use. They're rolled in a king-size paper with a fairly fine grind and wide filter tip. Having a wide tip helps when you share it with your friends or a partner. All I got to say is these have been burning very well. I would say that HMP.STORE has nailed it fairly well on what an indica or sativa leaning experience is. I can read the label on the tube and have a good understanding of what I'm getting into. I would say that HMP.STORE probably need to look into a little stronger adhesive for their labels on these pre-rolls. The Moroccan hash is still a winner. It adds so much to the experience with its strength that my wife and I only need to share a single joint if it's infused with hash. Having a whole hash infused joint by yourself is a guaranteed trip back to the first time you smoked. It's a very kind experience, and it helps reduce the anxiety I have on a daily basis. So I overall ordered 2 ounces but got 4 jars, meaning each jar contained a ½ ounce. It made it easier for me to split it between my wife and I, but it can become wasteful after a while. I'm sure it's something that HMP.STORE has thought about as well, but as long as they have these large 62% humidity packets, I'm happy. Mochi K comes in as the second strongest strain between these 2 orders. It's a happy, strong experience that provides minor pain relief along with the ability to zone out. Smoking this outside, I was able to enjoy the clear and crisp sounds of the birds singing their hearts out. My knee was acting up with some weather changes, and it helped me forget about the pain that I was experiencing. I still took an ibuprofen to help with the swelling, but I was thankful for the relief. Lastly, we have the Oreo Blizzard. It was a strain I chose for its indica labeling and its name. The fast food dessert is a favorite of my wife, and I wanted to give it a try. It has a pleasant hemp smell with an almost pepper-like terpene profile. All of the flowers that I received were easy to tear apart and roll up. In fact, I had trouble putting these large nugs into my grinder, so I had to take some time to break them up into smaller pieces. It's a good problem to have. It was the most easygoing strain for my wife, who has a bit of a higher tolerance, but it took me to about an 8 on a scale of a 10 when we had our first joint together. It has a nutty taste with a hint of pine, making for a great smoking experience. It hit us in our eyelids, making them droopy, and my wife felt it in her limbs. Just a nice buzz to help her relax her body. Overall, my experience from HMP.STORE has been one of the best ones I've had this year. I've tried over a half dozen vendors this year, and this one has shined the brightest. Get a discount code from their email newsletter and try something new. If I'm already thinking about what my third order is going to be, I know you'll be happy with your first. For more donut, check out my Instagram at donutkitty.reviews and donutkitty.bluesky.social. Thank you for watching.